Starting हो गई ना? Okay. So in today's class we will be seeing about the HTML formats. Okay. So how to design a web page and what are the features in it, and what are the different aspects, how to design a web page, how to make modifications in the web page, and all this designing, all these modifications we will be doing using an HTML format. Okay. So in theory class you might have studied about HTML formats. Okay, in chapter 3 I think. So chapter 3 we were discussing about the markup languages. So in markup languages there are three types of markup languages. One is SGML, HTML and XML. Okay. So these markup languages are of three types. One is SGML is standardized general markup language. Okay. Standardized general markup language. Another one is HTML. So full form of HTML is hypertext markup language. And the third one is XML. So full form of XML is extensible markup language. Okay. So these are the different types of markup languages in this current scenario. So we will be discussing about the HTML markup language, hypertext markup languages. So basically these HTML markup languages are of two types. Okay. So the first type of HTML markup language is called okay. So there are basically two types. One is called as paired tags and another one is called as unpaired tags. Okay. So paired tags are nothing but which has a opening tag and a closing tag. Okay, we will be discussing in detail about it for the programming. Just I want to give some introduction. So paired tags are nothing but where you have a opening tag and a closing tag. So each opening tag must have compulsory a closing tag. That is called as paired tags. Okay. In unpaired tags, you can have an opening tag, but it is not mandatory or it is not compulsory to have a closing tag. Okay. So /b, it is not mandatory. You can have only one tag for opening tag. That is called unpaired tags. In HTML, these unpaired tags are also called as standalone tags. Okay. So there are two types of tag. One is a paired tag and another one is an unpaired tags. So unpaired tags you have a starting tag and a closing tag. But unpaired tags you have a only starting tag, there is no closing tag. So the unpaired tags are also called as the standalone tags. Okay. So the basic structure of HTML document is you have a document definition at the title. So the document definition is compulsory for all the HTML tags. Okay. The document definition is exclamation mark DOC type HTML. Okay. This is called as document definition within angular brackets. So in HTML all our tags will be in this angular bracket. Okay. So open angular bracket, close angular bracket. So within that angular bracket we should mention exclamation mark doc type HTML. So this is called as document definition where it defines the codes below it or belonging to an HTML document. Okay. So the codes below is belonging to HTML document. The type of the document is HTML. Okay. So below this is our HTML structure. So our HTML structure should start with angular bracket HTML. So this should start with angular bracket HTML and end with slash HTML. Okay. So there should be an opening HTML and there should be a closing HTML. So between this we will have title, body, okay, paragraph, everything. So there is an opening HTML and there is a closing HTML. There is an opening title, there is a closing title. There is an opening body, there is a closing body. There is an open paragraph, there is a closing paragraph. Okay. So for each opening tag there must be a closing tags. So the tags which are having an opening tag and a closing tag are called as paired tags. Paired tags. Okay, PAIRD. Paired tags. And the tags which does not have a closing tag is called as unpaired tags or standalone tags. Okay. So how to create a HTML document is using this code. You have to open a text document. Text document is nothing but a notepad. Okay. Open a notepad, type this code and we have to save it. Usually you know all the websites through which software we open a website. Through which application? Through which application we used to open a website or a web page? Sorry? No. There is an application. Browser. Okay. So that application is called as browser. So through browser we are opening a web page or a website. Okay. There are different types of browsers. One is called as a Firefox, Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, Safari. So those are different types of browsers. Okay. So through browser we are opening a web page or a website. So there is a difference between a web page and a website. So do you know what is the difference? Yeah. So collection of web pages is called as website. That means inside a website you will have n number of web pages or multiple web pages. Okay. So if you take Delhi University as a website, okay, inside that you can find about us, contact us, departments, faculties, colleges, library. So those are called as web pages and collection of all the web pages are called as websites. Okay. So how do you create a website? Open a text document, we type all the HTML codes, okay, we save it. Okay. But when we save, it will be saved as a text file. Okay, this is a file format for text notepad.
So we need to learn some predefined code for the HTML.
Yeah. Okay. So for making this text file into this browser, we need to save this text file as .html. Okay. So this .html is termed as what? So what is this called? These are called as extensions. Okay. So these are called as extensions. .mp4, .mp3, .html, .jpg, .jpeg, okay, .mp3, .png, .gif, okay. These are all called as extensions. These are extensions of some file formats. This is a file format extension for MS Word. Okay, this is a file format for .exe.
Numbers Excel.
.exe. E. Excel has .xlsx. Okay, so .exe is for executable file. Okay, all the softwares whatever you have in your system, okay, it may be VLC, it may be Microsoft, it may be Firefox, all the files will be of .exe file format. This is termed as executable file. Okay, .mp4 is for videos, .jpg, .jpeg, GIF, PNG, these are all for images. This is for audio file format. Okay, so like this extensions file format, for HTML also we have .html. Okay, that means hypertext markup language file format. Okay, so whenever we create a word file, after creation of that when we create a text file, after creation of this text file in notepad, we have to save that file as .html. Then only the computer will recognize this file as a website and will open in a web browser. Otherwise it will open in a notepad. Okay, I will show you an example. So this is a sample of an HTML file which is created. Okay, so what I mentioned here is document definition, exclamation mark, doc type, space HTML, and this is the opening tag of HTML, angular brackets HTML. This is the opening tag of head. So for each opening tag you have an closing tag. For head you have a closing tag. For body you have a closing tag. Here you can find, I mentioned this HTML in small case, head in small case, but title tag in capital case. Here the head is in capital case. Do you find any difference?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this thing I explained you during our theory classes. Okay, that HTML is case insensitive. HTML is case insensitive. That means you can use combination of both small case as well as capital case. Whereas XML is case sensitive.
Sir, if we open a head tag or title tag, we can close it with the small letter.
Yeah. Okay, see, I opened here with small case and I closed with capital case. It can also be done. So for that example only I mentioned in different cases. Okay, so HTML is case insensitive. So HTML open, HTML close, head open, head close, title open, title close, body open, body close. Okay, and this title tag, okay, you should remember this title tag will come in between this head tag only. Okay, this title is nothing but the name of the file. My first web page will be at the header. Okay, so this title tag should be in between the head of the HTML file. Okay, and in body tag you can mention all the content. In between this body tag you can mention all the content of the web page. Okay, so this is my first web page created with the content what I mentioned in this body tag. Okay, this is a simple HTML document. Now what I am going to do, I am going to save this file. Okay, I am going to save this file. I am going to save it as .html. Okay, if I save as it is, it will be as text file, it will be as word file. When I am going to change the file format .html, since already the file is there, I am giving save. So like this it will create. I will delete this and I will show you. Okay, 1.html. I am saving this. You can find 1.html. Okay, you can see this is as text file or the word file which we created using the HTML code, and this is the browser file. I am going to open this. So this is my first web page. This is the content. My first page is the title. Okay, so the title, my first page, is here, and the content, this is my first web page, is the content what we created. Okay,
No extension to the notepad file.
it is automatic. So if you want to see the extension, you can right click here and go to properties. You can find the extension .txt. Okay, so the extension for this is .html. Okay, this is the first step in creation of HTML document. It is clear? Is clear? Okay. The second thing is okay, the same content, okay, the same content, the second concept what we are going to see is the heading tag. Okay, in HTML there are 6 types of heading tags. It starts from H1, H2, H3, H4, H5 and H6. These are called as heading tags. The size varies from top to bottom. So H1 size is bigger, okay, and H2 is smaller, H3 is smaller, so it gets decreased. Okay, you can find here doc type HTML, HTML head, title, head, and in body I am making the content H1. Okay, LAS Practical 2024 / H1. Okay, H2 LAS Practical / H2. Okay, so like that I have given up to H6 / body / HTML. Okay, this is very simple code. I am going to run this code again.
Sir, you have mentioned HTML heading tag tutorial.
Yeah, I will say. Okay, I am going to run this code. File, save, you have to save in .html. So this is how your output will be. H1 is this one, H2 is this one, H3 is this one, H4, H5, H6. Okay. So as she was asking this,
Sir, to run the file, to
uh,
run this file,
you have to save the file as .html, then you have to just open it.
then again,
If you open it, it will open in browser. Yeah. So she was asking about this. Okay. This is nothing but it is called as comment tag. Okay. This is called as comment tag. So this comment tag is essential or necessary when you are going to have an internal comment. This will not be visible in the web page. Okay, this is for your own purpose. For example, if you are going to create some 20 to 30 web pages, okay, in that case, some later 2 years or 3 years later, you are going to open this comment and see, you will be confused with this. Why I made this code? Why I made this code? For that, you can have this comment so that it will be giving some sort of information to you why you made this code. It will be a personal information, like kind of a notes. So for that, what you have to do? Open angular bracket, exclamation mark, double slash, content, double slash, close the angular bracket. Okay, so in between this content, it is your own content. open angular bracket, exclamation mark, double slash, your own content, whatever content you want, double slash, close the angular bracket. Okay, so that is what I have given, HTML heading tags tutorial. So I have made this. For this I am given a comment because I will be sharing this with you. So in future you should not get confused. So for each text document I have made this comment for easy understanding. Okay, clear? So first time, since you are first time practicing HTML, just open your computer, create a text document with this for 5 to 10 minutes, then I will go for the next concept. Okay. First open a text document, that is .txt file. So everyone is having a local disk computer, right? So what you do, go to drive E. Go to drive E. No, no, go back. Go to new volume E. Okay, and create an folder called HTML. Create an empty folder HTML. So remember the computer what you are going to work. So in next class you can work on the same computer. Okay, create a folder HTML. Uh, um, okay, create in C. But remember, okay, create a folder HTML. Inside that HTML folder, you create a text document. Right click, click new text document. This is Word document. This is not text document. Delete this file. Delete. Open. Delete. New text document. Okay. So name this file as one.html or two.html according to your convenience. But keep it simple or basic.html, basic code, anything, whatever it may be. This folder. Right click, new text document.
वही मैं फाइंड आउट कर रही थी.
Just move. Okay. So first go with this code. Open angular bracket, exclamation mark, doc type, space HTML. Go for the first code. Just type this. Open angular bracket, exclamation mark, doc type, space HTML. Wait. Open angular bracket,
White.
you want white. and the second code will be HTML within angular brackets. You should remember that title code will come in between the head codes. Exclamation. First you should start with exclamation doc type. I will share all these text files in the group, okay? You can practice in your home. This working of HTML does not require internet connectivity. Okay, without internet connectivity you can work because it is going to run from your local disk itself. Local disk, from your local drive it will run. So no need of internet. Out of this H6 you can type any one or two, H1 or H3 like that.
Extra space.
Mm-hmm.
If we give extra space, then it will be back on file.
Which one?
Like any space in Python, if we give extra space, there
Hmm.
is syntax error.
Yeah, here also it won't accept.
Okay. Save it. That's fine.
No, not HTML page. It is only .html.
File name.
.html, not HTML page. So where you are going to save?
HTML.
So save. So if you go there and see, you have one.h. Okay, your file has been saved as HTML document. So now if you open this, it will be like this.
Copy paste work with it or not?
Sorry?
Copy paste work with it?
Yeah, it will work. Yes. Hmm. No. Wait. Extension should be
In small letters.
small letters HTML. Okay. No. See, there is a wrong. You have mentioned H2 and H1 here. Okay. It is working. Please do fast.
Not done.
Save the file. File.
Control S.
Control S also you can give. File, file, save, as HTML in the same folder. Okay, save. So you will get one. So if you open this, you will get. If you already saved, give save as. No, you have already renamed the file, na? So you can give save as. Ah. Anything. .html should be the extension. You can give any name. No, .html. .html should come at the last. See. Example 1, okay. 1.html. HTML should come at the last. .1 HTML. So save. So now if you go, there is one. Open, you will get. Okay. So the next is. So the next will be the paragraph tags. Okay. So now we have seen the basic HTML tags, HTML, title, head, body. Okay. Next we are going to see is the paragraph tags. So basically in paragraph tag, the tag for paragraph is angular bracket P and then slash P. This is for paragraph. Okay, this tag is being used for the paragraph styles in HTML. So what I made here is the same content. Okay, I have opened a paragraph tag and closed the paragraph tag. Okay, so between this paragraph tag I made some 2 lines of content. So this is a practical session for students of School of Open Learning for the academic year 2020-24. This is an example of a paragraph tag. So this is a content, some statement or some line. So when you mention this between this P and slash P, it will be treated as a paragraph. Okay. So now I am going to save this file and open in browser. So here you can find this is the paragraph tag I used. Okay, it will come in a single line. This is an example of a paragraph tag. Now the same content, okay, the same content, if I want to have in multiple lines, there you find this is a single line and this is a second line, dot and second line. If I want this to be in the first line and this to be in the second, starting from the second line, okay, so there I am using a tag called break tags. Okay, so P slash P the same content, but what I am doing is I am using a tag called BR. So BR tag is for the break. What it does, it breaks the line. It breaks the line and brings the next line to the beginning of the second paragraph. Okay, so it is called as break. You can find BR does not have a closing BR. So it is called as unpaired tags. So BR tag is called as unpaired tags. Okay, so see how this output is. So here you can find this is the first line, break, this is the second line. Okay. If you want more space, okay, if you want more space, what you can do, the same BR you can repeat multiple times, BR, BR, BR. So if you repeat multiple times, you will get more space between the first line and the second line. Okay, if you give single BR, there will be a single line space. If you give multiple BR, there will be multiple space between the first and the second line. Okay, and this BR can be given n number of times, multiple times. inside a single paragraph element. So inside this paragraph I am giving this BR at n number of times. Okay, so this is an example of a paragraph tag along with a break tag. Okay, and next we are going to see about HTML elements. Okay, so this is the normal syntax of a tag, starting with the tag, content and the closure of the tag. Okay, between this content we are going to add some attributes. Those are called as elements. Okay, now we are going to add some attributes for the tags. For example, if you are mentioning this P tag, P is for paragraph tag. Okay, so whatever we mention in the HTML code will reflect in the web page. Okay, there won't be any changes. If we want to make any changes, for example, if we want to make any color modification, font color, font style, font size, okay, so those things how we will make, those things should be done with an example of an attributes. Okay, so those attributes are called as elements. Okay, here you can find the same content which we did in the previous notepad. Okay, same I have given here, but with the example of an attributes. Here you can find angular P, close P, angular P, close P, but in this angular paragraph I have made all the attributes. The first one is style, color. Okay, so style equal to double quotes, color colon blue. Okay, so this is called as the syntax. Okay, where you have the element, content colon value. So blue is nothing but the value. Okay, so here you can find 30 pixel. So font size is the attribute what we are giving, colon 30 pixel. So pixel is nothing but px. So all the images whatever it is being created will be created in the form of pixels with the combination of cells. Combination of cells is called rows and columns. Okay, so we are going to zoom every image. Okay, all the image will be having a pixel which is of small boxes. Okay, so those dimensions only are going to mention here. So all this pixel element will be mentioned as 30 pixel, 40 pixel, 50 pixel. Okay, so also we have a term called resolution. Okay, resolution is a term which will be defining for videos or images. If there is a high resolution, we have high clarity, more clarity of images or videos. So size colon 30 px is 30 pixel. If we want to add more attributes, we can add. Okay, so these tags will have n number of attributes. Okay, you can mention multiple attributes inside this paragraph tag. You can mention it if you want. You can mention this font style. Okay. If you want to add more attributes, you can add. If you want to break this, you can break and add more attributes here. Okay. So a tag can have n number of attributes inside it. Understood? So now I am going to run this code. Okay, here you can find the first line is with the without br tag, second is paragraph with br tag, and the third one is with the attributes of the paragraph tag. So here the attributes what we gave is color is blue and size is 30 pixel. So based upon that the color has changed and the size of the font also changed. Okay.
If you want to change the color of pixel, so we have to back and
Yes, you have to go here, edit it. If I am going to make this blue into red, you have to save the file and refresh the file again. Okay, practice this. Yes.
so we have to make another file. With
Yeah, you can make
new
another
and
file.
text file.
Make another file. What you can do, copy and paste it. Okay, and rename this file to 2 and work on this file. Yes. So open file, save as .html, save. Now you will get.
So how much enter do we have after P?
That is not mandatory. You can type here also, or you can give enter and type. That won't be any matter.
Okay. So why it's showing red?
Here,
Huh.
that is filling. But you should give all the headings, na? That is mandatory. So these things are mandatory.
All.
Title is not mandatory, but these two is mandatory. Mhm.
I have a question from the previous one.
Mm.
The output was given like the large, small.
Mm-hmm.
Why it was that?
Why it was that means?
Like the output not was in the same.
See, that is the difference. You have multiple heading terms, na?
Yes.
From H1 to H6.
Okay.
H1 is the biggest, H2 is the next smallest,
Last one.
H3 is the next smallest. So H6 is the least smallest.
Okay.
So,
That's why
so that
we
only
got
I
it.
have given the differentiations.
Okay.
Same content but difference in size.
H1, H2 is the size which we have given.
Yeah. Okay, can we proceed to the next?
So is this fine?
Color red, font size 30 pixel. Here semicolon should come. Okay. Save as. Okay. Basic dot html. Okay, it is clear. So the next concept is, what are the HTML formatting tags? Okay, the same content we are going to add some formatting options. In Microsoft Word, we might have come across formatting options called bold, okay, italics, underline. Okay, so how to make these things in HTML? So for that, we are going to use a tag called /b and open B. This is called bold, for making the content within this angular brackets as bold, and some of the tags called I and /I for italics, and mark. You can use U and /U for underline, and one more tag called as mark. Okay, so this mark, what it will do, it will highlight the word. We are using highlighter, right, to mark the any important concept or important words in a book, textbook. So what it will do, it will highlight the HTML element content in the web page. Okay, so these are formatting options called as bold, italics, underline, as well as mark. Okay, now we will see the output. Here you can find HTML tags, bold. Okay, B, angular B, /B, HTML tags as bold, and syntax in italics. Okay, and HTML elements in mark, highlighted option. Okay, bold, italics, underline, and mark. Is clear? Okay. The next one is, how many of you are mathematics student here? So what you call this? 2x square, what you call? Power. Okay. So normally in English term we call it as superscript. Okay. So this is called the superscript. What this is called?
Base.
Subscript or base. X to the base A, x to the power B. Okay. So how to define this thing, or how to make design of this in HTML? We have a tag called SUP and SUB. Okay. So this is for subscript below. This is for superscript. Okay. Subscript, superscript are unpaired tags. Okay. That means they don't have end tags. Okay. SUB, SUP. and BR, break tag. These are unpaired. So another name of unpaired tag is standalone tags. Okay, so these tags does not have any slash sup slash fub slash br. Okay, here you can find subscript, website creation, subscript html tag, superscript of structure, superscript of and syntax. Okay, so now we are going to run this code. Okay, here you can find website creation and subscript of html tags. Has gone to subscript. Okay, for this html tag, that's a superscript called structure. For html tag, structure is the superscript, and for structure and syntax is the another superscript. Okay, that is for structure. So for structure and syntax is the another superscript. Okay, you can add superscript to superscript, subscript to subscript. Okay, so for website creation, subscript is html tags. For html tags, the subscript is structure, and for structure the superscript is and syntax. Clear? And the next concept is dill. Next tag is dill. So this tag, usage of this tag will be mostly employed in the e-commercial websites, okay, or online shopping websites like Amazon, Flipkart, Meesho, okay, where you can find rupees 1000 slash rupees 100, okay, offer price. So you should have a strike through. For that case, we will be using this dill, where it says my product is rupees 30 bill. So that means it is not 30, it is rupees 20 only. Okay, so rupees 20 is the offer price. So we will see how that code executes. So here the code says my product is rupees 30 is cancelled, rupees 20 only offer price. Okay, just you have to add a del tag in between, open del tag and close del tag. Del tag is a paired tag. Currently we have seen only three tags which are unpaired tags: subscript, superscript and br, break tag. Other than all the tags are paired tags currently. Okay, so now we have seen this rupees 30 has been striked off and rupees 20 only price has been mentioned here. Okay. Okay, so you can currently practice this along with the formatting options. Okay, if you see here, I mentioned for font size, font color. If you want to make changes in font style, that is the font times New Roman, Arial. So style equal to font hyphen style colon Arial times New Roman. Okay, Arial black. Like that, the name of the font has to be mentioned here. With the current font, what I mentioning should be installed in your computer. Then only the computer will recognize the font and it will retrieve in the web page. If it is not installed, it won't display in your web page. It will show error. Okay, if you are going to add some new font, first you have to download that font, install in your computer, then you have to mention the name of the font here. Okay. It is font hyphen family, not style. Style will come here equal to font hyphen family. So once you have completed, you can say me, then I will proceed to the next step. Yes.
Yes,
Style font size 20 pixel bold HTML tags /b /I basic tag mark /mark style 30 price /p this is not required. Save. See here. Yes. It's not coming. Up to this red color that is coming. So after that, the P style font size. This practical class is about HTML/B introduction I/I basic tag mark /p is missing. BR sub uh, font size. My product is offer price /p small. This not required. /body /HTML. Save. Comma will come here. slash b introduction I slash I basic tags we'll check up to this the pixel style double quotes
Sub or sub tags after tags.
color coming wait huh? Semicolon is there do font size okay semicolon and then okay, semicolon okay the angular bracket no, there is some problem okay font icon size
So this
hmm.
recipe
style equal to font icon size colon 30 pixel semicolon semicolon double quotes but if there is double quotes there should be open double quotes so double quotes correct and then we will try up to this first so some content slash p save okay so now we will add font style na style is already there color
syntax bold, italic,
okay
and mark.
bold some content slash b okay semicolon and then I some content slash I okay and then for underline some content slash u and then mark mark some content slash mark Okay.
Yes.
So next, see, when you are working on this notepad, you should give more importance to the tags, the spelling of the tags, whether you have opened the tag, whether you have closed the tag. So to overcome this difficulty, there are some softwares. Okay, so those softwares are called interpreters. Okay, so what those interpreters will do is, whenever you are going to write a code, HTML code, it will have its predefined codes like this BR, like P, like bold, italics. Okay, it will have its predefined. These tags are predefined into it. So what it will do, when you are going to open a tag, angle bracket HTML. So whenever you open, automatically it will create a closing tags. Okay, whenever you open a BR tag, it won't create a BR tag because it is unpaired tags. Whenever you open a bold tag, it will close a bold tag and the cursor will come in between the opening tag and the closing tag. Okay, then there you can type. So those are the some of the advantages of those interpreters, and one of the interpreter is Visual Studio and Atom. Okay, you can download, you can write your own script into it. Okay, so it will give the suggestions. Okay, it will be easy for you to work, but this is the basic thing. First you should know how a HTML code work. Okay, how to run the code, how to change the extension to open in a website, then you can go for those interpreter which will reduce your work. Whenever you open a code, it will automatically close the code at the bottom. And also, whenever there is an error in the code, whenever you run a code and you find some error, it will highlight the errors, in which line the error is there. Okay, so it will be easy for you to go to that exact line and rectify those errors. Okay, so up to this we will start for this class. You please go and practice. Okay, and one more thing is there, I will just explain that concept also. Yeah, one more concept I will explain and I will stop, and in next class we will try with those interpreters, how those interpreters will show the errors what you make in the HTML code.
So
Okay,
Visual Studio and ADO
Atom.
are interpreted
Yes,
apps.
yeah, those are applications that can run many applications like HTML, XML, Python. Even Python code can be run into it.
But I have one question. That if I want to develop a website for the school library, then like I should go for
First, you should know the basics. Okay, if you know the basic well, then you can go for interpreter. But it is better to do in HTML where you can know what you are doing. It will be easy for you to go with an text document. Text document. So next we will be seeing about the links. Okay, so link is nothing but, you can find, this is a arrow, right? Your mouse pointer. This is your mouse pointer. When you go through a certain text, your mouse pointer will be changed accordingly to this, like a hand. Have you noticed? So those text or those content are called as hyperlinks. Okay, those are called hyperlinks. So hyperlinks are nothing but where the content or the text is having a link in it. Okay, so when you are going to click on that, it will navigate to another web page or another site. Okay, those are called as hyperlinks. So how to create those hyperlink in an HTML document? So when we are speaking about links, there are two type of link. Okay, one is internal, another one is external. From the word, can you able to guess what this is, what this is, what is internal link, what is external link? Can you able to guess?
that is external one is hyperlink.
No, both are hyperlinks.
From where we can
Yes. So yes, sir. Yeah. So in link there are two type. One is internal and external. Internal link is nothing but where you have your own project folder. You are creating this HTML document, right? You have, so this what we are creating is a web page. So as I said earlier, web pages are, websites are collection of web pages. So you will create one.html as I have multiple web pages. Okay. So in the first file I created only the paragraph style. In the second file I created paragraph style with attributes. In the third file I created some of the paragraph style with formatting options. Okay. So different web pages I have. So from this web page I am giving a link to this web page. It is called as internal links. Okay. If I am going to give a link from my web page to the outside world, that is World Wide Web. Okay. For example, I am going to link my web page to google.com, or I am going to link my web page to youtube.com. Okay. That is called as external links. That is going externally. This is being internally. Okay. So here the code for creating link is angle bracket A href. Okay. The code used for creating links are called as anchor tags. Okay. The tags used for creating the link are called as angle bracket A and slash A. These are called anchor tags, like paragraph tag, bold tag, italic tag. These are called anchor tags. Okay. So inside this anchor tag, what we are giving? We are giving the attributes, as we are giving for font style. Okay, font size. Those attributes we are giving into paragraph now. So similarly, we are giving this anchor tag like href. So this href is nothing but h is called hyperlink. Okay, and this ref is called reference. So using this anchor tag, you are giving a hyperlink reference to this file. Okay, so this is an example of a internal hyperlink tag, where file.html is a file which I am storing inside my project folder in my local drive, in my local desktop. Okay, so I am giving file.html. Okay, so in this .html is more important. If you just give file, it won't accept. If you give file.txt, it will open the text file. So I have to give file.html. Okay, so file.html is the HTML file which I have created with the name file. So when I click on this, it will give the file.html link. Okay. So file.html, okay, go to file.html is the content which will be displayed in the web page. There should be some content, right, to click. So go to file.html is the content slash anchor bracket. Okay, so this is the format for creating the hyperlink. This is for internal links. So now for external links. So external links are nothing but where you are going to give a link from World Wide Web, that is from outside your source. Okay. So the same format ahref, and this is called as, what this is called?
Website. External
No, this is external link, but we have a term for that.
website.
Yes, it is called as URL. So what is URL? Is called as uniform resource locator. Okay, so ahref equal to, within double quotes we are giving the URL and the content slash anchor tag. Okay, so now what it will show, it will show go to Google. So when I click on Google, it will show the Google page. Okay, so we are going to run this code. So go to file.html. So if I click on this, it will open my file.html file. Okay, so when I'm going to go to google.com, it will go to google.com. This is how we create an internal link and an external link. Internal link, if you have any web page. Okay, if you go to School of Open Learning, all these things are internal link. When you go to recorded videos or YouTube lectures, when you click on YouTube lectures, it will go to external link using YouTube. So those are internal link and external link.
So can you run the
Sixth code, I have created only these internal links. So there I have not created the link. I have not mentioned the content. Okay. So you should mention the content. If you don't mention the content, this tag will not be visible. This tag will not be visible. So this is the content. So you can give any content like file.html or click here. If you give click here, clicking on that, it will navigate to another page. So is it clear up to this? So I will share all these text files in the group. Okay. So you can practice in your home. PPT.
Yes.
This is the text file.
Okay, next time.
Okay.